Colin, congratulations, 1 from 1, a good start to the season.
Yeah, we knew going down there, it's it's a tough place to go and win, and I thought a thorough team performance. Bowlers, executed their plans awesome. Got wickets up front, and although the chase wasn't perfect, win down there is awesome to start it off.
Obviously, one of the big talking points was your decision to recall James. Just talk us through how that happened.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I've never been part of something like that. The umpires lost communication, and on the big screen, we could clearly see it was looked in by quite a way. Benny Lachlan sort of brought up early on, would there be a chance to sort of withdraw our appeal and go from there? The umpires didn't know at that stage, so they got together and we sort of worked our way through it. At that stage, like I said, there was no comms to the side, and we couldn't get I thought maybe someone just pressed the wrong button or something like that. So we just tried to make the best of the scenario out there, and so we withdrew our appeal and got on with the game.
Good sportsmanship, I suppose. Colin, is that what you felt was the right thing to do?
At that stage, that's all I had to really go on. What was the right thing to do? Like I said, Benny Lachlan was quite adamant, which was great, and sort of we had a little bit of a discussion between a couple of us, and we felt that was the best thing to do.
Might be a tough one, but if it was a grand final, would you have done the same thing?
What if it's Crystal Lynn? Yeah, it's a difficult one. Like, we had to make the most informed decision we could at that time, and that's where we'd go with. Whether it was right or wrong, that was what I felt was right at the time.
No one's going to start walking now, are they, Cole?
Yeah, it's always a tricky one, and I'm a big one who likes to play within the spirit of the game. I know that's become more and more difficult as you put big money on the line and big competitions and that sort of thing. But cricket's still one of those weird sports where there is that sort of side to it. So if we got it right yesterday, great, and hopefully going forward we can play with that spirit. I think more importantly, we looked within the squad, and we got a great bunch of guys, and we played in the right way last night and got a good win.
Bowling first, won the toss, bowled first. Rashid Khan 3 for as well. Did you see anything last night from him that you thought, I didn't see it last year, or did he do anything different?
Well, 3 for 19 was quite standard for him last season, which was great. He's gone around the world, and at stages, and a lot more people have seen a lot more of him. So, a good challenge for him to come back and do it again this season for us. He was exceptional, and all the guys with the ball up front. We could easily chase 100. It was just that last partnership sort of got away from us. So, excellent by all the bowlers, and great to have Rash back and smiling, and so see him celebrate.
Looked like Stanlake made a pretty strong effort to go short at Burns to the longer boundary. Is that what we're going to see from Bill in terms of being an enforcer to try and rough guys up?
I think Bill's size and his pace, he's quite intimidating, I know, from facing him even in the net. So, he's a strike bowler with that pace. Obviously, there's a risk of balls flying about, but I think he's definitely a strike bowler for us and gets early wickets. So, with that long boundary, it sort of suited him. He could bang in a couple of short balls and hopefully get a few of those early poles, which he did.
Colin, you play a lot of cricket around the world. Rashid, is he the best T20 bowler in the world, do you think?
Well, certainly stats say so. From facing him in the nets, it's always tricky. I think it's just sort of the pace he bowls, and then he's a really intuitive character. He sort of seems to mind read me at stages, even in the nets. He sort of knows what the batter wants to do and is able to deliver his skills. So it's certainly exciting to have him back and bowling at that sort of skill level again.
And Alex Carey just continues to churn out the runs.
Yeah, it was great to see him up the order. I know he's been playing for Australia and spending a bit of time down the order, and I think it was a great confidence builder for himself again. Came in and played the way he did last season, confidently, and hit the ball cleanly. So it was an excellent innings from him and sort of set up the win.
Seen enough already to suggest you could just go back to back here. You call that after round 1?
Yeah, it's always difficult after the first game, but last season we didn't look that far ahead. We looked at game by game, and I know that's a cliche, but we looked within the group instead of focusing too much on the opposition and that sort of thing. So we've got that same real good team environment feel again, and I don't see why we can't be right up there, competing at the back end of the tournament again.
And no fresh injuries, everyone's pulled up well?
Yeah, everyone's great, and I think looking forward to playing, back at Adelaide Oval again this week. We haven't seen the fans since the final last year, so it's been great to be back on our home ground and first outing, and everyone's really excited and fresh and ready to go.